Live, in theory. Probably been standing here for 2 minutes. I'm going to put that on mute because you guys are going to blonk me all night. The window sounds off. Yes, dids. Stop blinking us and we'll be alright. Hello, welcome to the October monthly Estro meeting. This is the last members meeting for the year. Coming up next in a couple of weeks is our AGM. So for those of you who are here for our last meeting for the year, thank you. For those of you who can't make it and tuning in our live stream, hello. Turn the fan off, alright. Sure, if that's too noisy on the microphone. Live to cover tonight. In theory. Probably been standing here for 2 minutes. I'm going to put that on mute because you guys are going to a couple of presentations. Yes, dids. Stop blinking us and then we'll be alright. Hello, welcome to the October monthly Estro meeting. This is the last members meeting for the year. Coming up next in a couple of weeks is our AGM. So for those of you who are here for our last meeting for the year, thank you. For those of you who can't make it and tuning in our live stream, hello. Turn the fan off, alright. Sure, if that's too noisy on the microphone. Live to cover tonight. In theory. Probably been standing here for 2 minutes. I'm going to put that on mute because you guys are a couple of presentations. Yes, dids. Stop blinking us and then we'll be alright. Hello, welcome to the October monthly Estro meeting. This is the last members meeting for the year. Coming up next in a couple of weeks is our AGM. So for those of you who are here for our last meeting for the year, thank you. For those of you who can't make it and tuning in our live stream, hello. Turn the fan off, alright. Sure, if that's too noisy on the microphone. Live to cover tonight. In theory. Probably been standing here for 2 minutes. I'm going to put that on mute because you guys are a couple of presentations. Yes, dids. Stop blinking us and then we'll be alright. Hello, welcome to the October monthly Estro meeting. This is the last members meeting for the year. Coming up next in a couple of weeks is our AGM. So for those of you who are here for our last meeting for the year, thank you. For those of you who can't make it and tuning in our live stream, hello. Turn the fan off, alright. Sure, if that's too noisy on the microphone. Live to cover in theory. Probably been standing here for 2 minutes. I'm going to put that on mute because you guys are a couple of presentations. Yes, dids. Stop blinking us and then we'll be alright. Hello, welcome to the October monthly Estro meeting. This is the last members meeting for the year. Coming up next in a couple of weeks is our AGM. So for those of you who are here for our last meeting for the year, thank you. For those of you who can't make it and tuning in our live stream, hello. Turn the fan off, alright. Sure, if that's too noisy on the microphone. Live to cover in theory. Probably been standing here for 2 minutes. I'm going to put that on mute because you guys are a couple of presentations. Yes, dids. stop blinking us and it'll be alright. Hello, welcome to the October issues of the Estrum meeting. This is the last members meeting for the year. Coming up next in a couple of weeks is our AGM. So for those of you who are here for our last meeting for the year, thank you. For those of you who can't make it and tuning in our live stream, hello. Turn the fan off, alright. Sure, if that's too noisy on the microphone. Live, how about in theory? You've been standing here for 2 minutes. I'm going to put that on mute because you're a couple of presentations. Windows big yes, it is. Stop blinking us and it'll be alright. Hello.
Cool. So yeah, we did a 5 gig sector at the top, 2 gig sector with a lovely groove in the middle. We did a power beam M5 to the new independent node at Adelaide Airport.
Sorry, I couldn't hear some of that.
So it's a 5 gig dual pole sector, 2 gig single pole sector, power beam M5 to the Adelaide Airport node, and then we did a link to Cement Hill sector as well, which is not in that photo, which is coming soon. There it is. Yeah, keep going. There's like photos of. There we go. One more.
One more?
Yeah. We also used a MikroTik power box down there, so we just had one cable from inside for power. That's powered by PoE, and then just the 4 cables out on the mast. So it's nice and neat. Everything's outside if we need to do any work. Yeah, so it turned out pretty well. We've already got a client in the sector, which is Dave at West Beach, working quite nice, low 60s. The link to Cement Hill's in the low 60s as well. The airport, that's like 60 something as well. Yeah, so it's all pretty good paths over there.
It looks really good from down the road.
Looks really good, that's from down the road. So, this is the photo from later that week. So the guys just came back and put a solid stay on the mast to give it a bit more rigidity there.
Looks good from the beach too.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's a pretty good view from up there of the beach. Cement, go back.
Oops.
So yeah, Cement Hill is like down there somewhere,
Yeah,
so it's pretty clear.
Yeah, it's over here.
Yeah, wherever the brown spot is on the hill.
It's a lot further around than we thought it was.
Yeah, we thought it was like there, but it's not quite. Yeah, so that's what it looks like from the ground.
Dude, you disable Hangouts.
Just turn off the notifications.
How do you, oh, right. There's no chat to see here, guys.
Yeah, so that was a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, we're pretty happy with the results there. So yeah, if you're in the West Beach sort of area, have a scan. Might see something. Yeah, there wasn't really much that you could see around there apart from stuff like in the hills. So it's sort of good to bring something down a bit more local. Yeah. Any questions about that one?
At one stage there was going to be, it's just like saying clubs were looking at, you can go down to half or something.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing sort of ended up happening with them. Yeah, sort of they got too hard and went down another avenue for whatever they were doing. We do have stuff on a couple of their sites. So West Beach was the third one. We've got stuff on their shed at Lonsdale, and the tower in Cement Hill was through them as well. But yeah, otherwise we haven't done anything else to do with them. We just have to sort of approach them on a club by club basis. So, yeah. Thanks guys.
Insert finished picture here, mate. Just FTY.
Yeah, should be good.
Should be good. Okay, so as some of you may or may not know, first off, before we start, I think if there's any spelling mistakes in the slideshow, I apologise. So on the weekend, last weekend just gone, we finally built a Halloran Hill, which was great. experience for all of us that were there and for the planning process, but it's very good. So to start off with, last little picture of what the tower used to look like before it was cleaned up. Before it was cleaned up. All this coax and stuff is gone now, and these Yaggies and all that stuff are gone as well. So yeah, let's go to the next slide. So Hadron Hill, it's really open. It's going to be an access point as well as a couple backbones in for that south area. So this is the first site we've used this antenna on. So this is a titanium antenna. Now they're 19 to 21 dB and 60 to 120 degree sectors. So they're adjustable with these nuts down here. You can adjust them as you change the width, the gain changes, according to whatever. There's like a chart, but yeah, so they're mainly adjustable sectors. We got it so we could adjust. We weren't so sure about the beam width for the AC stuff, which we now know that's not a problem, but the quality of the sector is good enough for having it anyways. But we can always change the beam width if we need to. So that's got a rocket AC point-to-multipoint radio on it. So that's one of the AC radios, which is now one of the old AC radios. So that's got the air prism filtering tech in it for 10, 20, 30, 40 megahertz, but the sector is sitting on 20. So for the other sector, the north-facing sector, we just used the standard rocket M5, which was an XW rocket, which has got that Air Max offloading chip in it, I believe. So the XW, yeah, it's got the Air Max offloading chip in it, which has shown a 20% improvement across the board pretty much with old N gear and old N links. Not old N gear, but old N links upgrading to this stuff. This on a standard 90 degree ubiquity sector with a shield kit for this one, as it is facing north and we wanted to block. It's going to be seeing enough noise north, we wanted to block any noise coming from behind it, but it's also to shield the rocket because they bleed a little bit out the back as well. So that's that one. Next slide. So there's the comparison for the two sectors. Two air fibres for the Coast FM's private link on the slant 45 dishes. It's pretty. The dishes are the same size. I don't look it, but they are. The 620s, which is what we're using, the Power Beam 620s, which we are using for the point-to-point links there. So one to Highgate Park and one to Cement Hill. Cement Hill's not up yet, but like the other side is like the Cement Hill end is not up yet, but the Highgate Park end is. So they're integrated radios, and they actually have ISO beams on them as well, which you'll see in a minute. That's the router we're using. So we're using an Edge Router X SFP, which I've actually found a little bug with in the firmware with Gigabit, but that'll be hopefully worked out. A Hex, which is the new 750 Gigabit 750 UP without PoE on it, or 750, I guess is the
750G.
Yeah, 750G, the new 750G. The reason why we got that there is because we didn't have enough ports for devices, and we needed a handoff port for Coast for their backup link through Airstream. The Omni's being powered by the PoE injector, which is this one on the side. It's in that picture. It's got an air gateway on it because we're using it for a local IP on the day to align and do whatever we need to do. But that's not there anymore. That's not there now. And there's a RB1100AH ×2 for Coast for their routing of whatever they're doing up there. And my lovely pink cables. So just quick things. You've probably seen this before. Lost to Highgate Park. Pretty good. It's 12K link. I think it's 11.8. The dishes read it out. But yep. So this is sector coverage. So the yellow dotted lines are the center of the sector, roughly where they're pointing. I adjusted them a little bit to where we actually pointed them. But yeah, so up north, this way is the end sector. It's actually a little bit more around this way. And then the south sector, which is down pointing at the Aberfoyle Park area, which already has 2 clients on it, which I'm very happy about. Next one. So one of the big things I was really worrying about is because we really only wanted to do one day, was we had putting outriggers up on the tower. Now at 7 o'clock on Friday night, I got a text message from Tony, who got a text message from Andrew with this picture in it. He says, "I hope the outriggers are okay." He put them up there himself the day before, all ready for us to go the next day, which would really help because as it was, we finished about 6:30. So obviously we were definitely going to be doing a second day if those went up. Andrew didn't do a whole day before. Next picture. Alright, so let's go to the gallery. Just don't skip the next slide.
Don't skip the next slide.
No, not yet. Let's go to the gallery.
Okay.
I'll put a link. I'll put a link in there.
But it's just going to be easier to do this.
So we'll go through the pictures and we'll show everything. Just go to straight to installation. So clicky. So getting stuff up on the tower. Simple pulley system. Guys on the ground do the lifting and lift it up to the thing. Lift it up to the guys on the tower and guide with tag lines. Make sure it doesn't hit anything or hit the tower or trees. Some crimping there. That's the first stage of the rack. 620 with an ISO beam on it. And our bullet sword. Cable. When we're measuring out the cables. Me telling people what to do, I guess. More cable. More cable. The boys up the tower, Chris and Cook the tower. Nuki, who crimped all the cables and didn't have a single fail.
Hey.
Magnificent.
24 crimps.
24, yeah, I wouldn't want to be him.
You want a professional crimper?
Right there. They all tested good for ground as well, which is amazing. These are the boys up the tower. That's one of the guys on the tag lines. More tag lines. That's us, our first attempt at getting an ISO, a dish up the thing. Didn't go very well because it hit the tree, but we soon adapted to a better system. There's everyone doing some stuff. Cook looks like he's falling off there. More pulling up the tower. Tying off the pull line to hold the dish up there while the boys got it off. Break time.
This was lunchtime.
Lunchtime. Yeah, so the guys, the two climbers, they were up there for like 10 or 8 hours, I reckon. And they only had about an hour break in total, so they did very, very well. There's Chris, you can see how wrecked he is. That was, I think, at lunchtime. So big thanks to Tony and the guys who helped out with the barbecue. It's great having that there. We didn't have to leave site. Good help having everyone there. Anyone that went and got stuff for us or came and helped out. Boys helping those boys doing the cable. So this is a shielded patch panel. So these grounds, the tough connectors actually ground to these jacks, and then the jacks ground to the panel, and the panel grounds out to the tower with a grounding lead. Travis Grenadian, routers. Green's lovely, neat rack.
Thanks, mate.
The best rack I've seen him do. So this is after Andrew started cleaning up the hut.
Did he paint it?
Yeah, he painted it as well.
Was it?
Huh? Yeah, he painted it for us as well. Yeah, it was amazing. So keep going and see how bad it was. So that's what it used to look like.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that's all the old amateur radio stuff that was turned off and not used. So he ripped it all out and basically left only our stuff, which is in that rack there. And
it's aircon as well.
there's stuff in there. It's aircon with temperature probe. It turns on when it's too hot. It's a good little room. Guys at the tower. More crimping. Airstream sticker on the sign. Thanks, Andrew.
It jumps around a lot because I was taking photos on my phone and the camera.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, these are yours.
So that's good. So that's probably a picture close to the end. You can see, so the north sector's up here. You can just see it. It's on another outrigger up the top. Coast's air fibre link here, and the 620 there to Highgate, and that's the 620 to Cement Hill, and with a titanium sector above it.
Is the link working between Coast and End? Are they up and running?
They are not running yet, so they haven't put their run up yet. Yeah, so you can see our rear there. These are good. Someone uploaded these since
Tony.
dinner. Did he?
Like a few days ago.
These ones?
Yeah.
I haven't seen these
Yeah,
yet.
these have been there for a while.
Oh, okay, interesting. I must have looked hard enough. Cook talking on the radio. So yeah, these are the outriggers here. Steel bar with clamps on them. Apparently they're how solid were they? Were they alright?
Yeah.
He's standing on.
Didn't like move when you jumped on it.
Should I upload the picture?
There's a picture of down.
Nice. Didn't have GoPro actually.
I still can't get over it when there was a rope coming down the tower with a freaking camera on it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's an expensive camera to drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you up there. Right with that.
So they're the ISO beams. So they're the 620s, and they're the ISO beams that go on them. So they're basically the official Ubiquiti shield kit, basically. Bit more to us. Look, Goon actually did something.
Yeah. Yeah, every photo except one because I took first.
Alright, so basically let's get some results. So basically when we aligned dish to high gate at Howard Hill on day, it was next 70 or next 70, next 69. Wasn't great, did like 12 megabits. Wasn't exciting, everyone got a little bit down because of, we didn't think there was loss. The chains were way out and stuff like that. Look at all those towers. Cook needs better stitching
That's-
program.
East. South, that's what we want.
So this is basically what the sector will see. Mate, is this south?
Yeah, this is south.
Yeah.
You were saying about the line of sight and the signal?
Yeah, I'll show you in a second. We'll look at the loss first, then we'll have a look at the speeds.
How big is this panel?
150 meg.
Okay.
That's the picture. It's almost done. So yeah, that's roughly what the sector sees. The center of the sector is about here.
Which sector?
The AC south-facing sector. So that's 120 degrees south from that. If you can picture that in your head. That's lost to Glandor. It's right under a dish. Oh, that's Cement Hill.
It says north.
Yeah, I think that's roughly Cement Hill, isn't it?
No,
Or Cement Hill's over here.
No, that's north.
So that'll be where the north sector would see.
There's this, yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
And there's
Excellent.
the beach there, right? So that's
Yeah.
the city there, that little bit.
Yep, so that's the way the north sector will see. Now we did the sectors for distance, so we up tilted them negative half a degree, so you'll get a bit more distance on them.
That's Cement Hill.
That's not Cement Hill.
Otherwise, I'm thinking.
That's lost to Highgate.
There's a city there.
That's Highgate will be here somewhere. Yeah?
Highgate will be like here behind this.
Yeah. So what worried is like, oh, there's no loss because there's a little tree, but
Yeah, it's behind.
not loss is not loss.
It's
Yeah.
behind that tree.
Yeah.
And loss is for the people playing at home.
Line of sight. That's where I lift the
Here
bank
we
up.
go. That's where the.
Oh, someone put arrows and stuff on it. Oh, that's cook bloke. 90-degree north sector. So that must be where the sewer is centred.
Mm.
So all those people will
Southwest.
be able to get that sector really well.
Yeah. It's about right because the dude that work is
All
like,
these towers.
the dude at work is like back here somewhere.
They have transmission, they have power lines.
Yeah, I know, look at them. Just stand out so much, don't they?
Cool. Alright. Back to.
So yeah, so a little bit worried. So what we did was I went to Highgate on Monday and we aligned. I went to Highgate on Monday and we aligned the Highgate end. So got it down from 70, or about 71 what I was sitting on when I went there, to negative 56 with perfect chains. Turned the power down, sitting at about 62 now, and it's doing about that. So our Harder and Hill to Highgate is doing 44, 46 megabits on TCP throughput with four streams. And Highgate Park to Haller and Hill is doing about 54 on an average with 4 streams. I don't have a complete finished picture, we saw in there. So the end result for those speeds is pretty good. That I would say that link is viable for now.
Is it Highgate photos?
Dude, I had like 20 minutes to align.
Yeah, okay.
Didn't have time to take any photos. So yeah, that's pretty good. We've got 2 clients on the sector. One who is seeing like 40/20 with negative
65?
negative 66, I think it was, negative 66, 65. He's connecting with an end device to that sector. That will jump, that will skyrocket when he tries AC.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see what it goes to when it gets AC, because it'll be interesting to see if that tech works the same, if what Ubiquiti says is actually true.
Yeah.
So that's one of the clients on it. Adam also connected. His connection's not great, 76.
But I'm 18 k's away.
He's 18 k's away.
Yeah, I'm
Just.
I don't know how.
And he's only like 2 meters off the roof or something. It's pointed a little bit more around than albafoil. That was their decision on the day. Because Cook's like, there's trees over there. You can't see. There's no houses. So yeah, that's about it. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out once we got the other end of line at Highgate.
Do you want to talk about the running beta firmware on the sector? So
I don't really want end clients to connect to it.
no, that's right.
So yes, you can connect to the AC sector with N-Gear, but I do not suggest you do it. Because it's an AC sector, and if I wanted to put an N sector up, I would have bought an N rocket.
Yeah.
Thing is, the
I
only
wasn't
reason.
sure what the intent was of even putting the firmware.
Putting the firmware on there was so people could stumble it with N.
You can stumble it.
Not if it's not in mixed mode. Well, you'd be able to see, you just wouldn't be able to see the device name. You see it in the MAC address. You have to know what the MAC address is. So yeah, this is the crappy new interface. No one likes. I don't really care for it much. But yeah,
That's the job.
looks really bad with that colour scheme, doesn't it? Look at those rates. Yeah, next 65. It's really good. So yeah, you connect it with N. If you're going to, I suggest you look at actually purchasing AC because AC better performance. Well, we'll see how it goes between the N and AC on those sectors. Mainly it's there so you can stumble it. If you need to stumble it with an N device, you need to upgrade to 6 beta. So you can see the SSID and device name, whatever, the device host name. If you try and stumble with a normal N device on 5, you will just see the MAC address and Air Max AC in the list. So
That's interesting. You don't get constellations.
yeah, because it's
of
not, there's
everything.
nothing AC hardware.
Yeah,
Mm.
makes sense.
That's the extra radio and the AC stuff that does
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
And you click Air Magic, see if that works. So if anyone has seen Air Magic, so this is the Ubiquity's thing to combat or to work in conjunction with AirView, where it does an AirView at both ends at once and shows you. I'm not sure if it will work on that firmware. I haven't tried it.
We'll see now.
It works on API 3.
Yeah, I saw it with it. Does it have end devices connected to it? Right? Yeah, okay.
I don't know if they actually feed back to it.
Mm.
I don't know, just because there's agencies.
Yeah, it's interesting. Does anyone have any questions while we try and see if this is actually going to gather any data?
Any troubles?
Troubles?
Aside from hitting trees with cables
No. The day actually went pretty smoothly, if anyone disagrees with me.
No?
Let me know.
Looks
Chris
good.
probably disagrees with me.
No, it was
Smooth? Yeah, once we worked out a proper...
Too many people? Too few people?
No, I reckon we had exactly enough. So the plan I had was I really wanted to get all the fiddly stuff done, and all that, like crimping cables, drilling holes through the wall, the rack and all that stuff was all done by like 11 o'clock, which is exactly what I wanted. So then, by the time the guys on the climbers were ready with their pulley system, everyone else was available to be pulling stuff up.
There's a few people there from Coast that came, they were really nice to deal with.
Yeah, so
They were
Glenn
really
came
good.
down from Coast FM, he's a board member. Andrew was there, his tower. Yeah, and a few other guys came along.
Yeah,
Really
it was
interested
good to
about
have
what's
the two
going on.
communities working together, I thought it was really good.
Yeah. It's been good to see them and them to start using their link to see if it's actually what they wanted, which it will be. And yeah, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Don't think it's going to work.
Yeah. No, they went pretty smooth, and I'm quite happy for that. Thanks to everyone who helped me with the paperwork. There was like 24 pages of paperwork that was written out between safety assessments and SWIs and JSAs. As well as thank you to the network team and the members who contributed to the project plan. That was 30 pages or something long. That's all available on the wiki now for you guys to read. And I'll be updating the wiki with the plans and stuff for what's up there now and whatever else information we need to in the future.
Nice.
Excellent.
Any other questions from people?
Get people on, get clients connected. Use up that 40 megabits of your bandwidth. So we can justify putting another backbone link somewhere. No, it needs a backbone south and that'll be good. Any more questions? Comments?
ISO beam mounting and adjustments.
Okay, actually no, that is one problem we have with an ISO beam. One of the ISO beams didn't quite fit the dish properly, which is strange because they're all the same size. Two of them?
Yeah,
Did they almost fall off?
When they go on the power beam AC, they slip around.
Okay,
On the rocket light, it fits perfect.
interesting. 'Cause they're supposed to be the same size dishes. Yeah, so they actually you almost dropped it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the ISO beam slipped off. So probably something to keep aware of when you're using an ISO beam on the power beam 600s, power beam 620s. Yeah. That was the last two we did, wasn't it? Yeah. But lucky no, good day. No one got hurt. Everyone was happy. Everyone was well looked after. Everyone was positive, which is good.
How'd you fix the slipping end?
Don't hold on to the...
Just don't touch it.
Yeah, I mean,
I think we've had that with some of our aftermarkets as well, like Ingle Farm, those that went on the rockets, some of those slipped. So I just had to put some rubber in to hold it still. Because once it's
Yeah,
up,
okay.
it's not really going to turn, but
yeah, exactly.
when you're putting it up.
So what was turning to the point of slipping off? Like the front would turn and then it would be,
Yeah, it bends a bit, so
Okay.
it probably could come off if we didn't hold the
if you tried.
dish, yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh, cool. Yeah, excellent. So
I'll show you where a Halloran Hill is for reference.
there it is.
So there
If
it
you
is.
click on it, it should show you the safety lights.
Magic.
Magic. That south sector is a little bit to the right. To the right, yeah.
So further south or further east?
Further south, I think.
So clockwise.
I reckon that's.
Do you reckon that's where it is?
Yeah.
Maybe. Do you have satellite view on this thing?
No. Coming soon.
To a no DB near you.
Believe it's coming soon.
So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how many people we can get onto that sector.
I got someone who's through there and hoping to point at the AC sector. So.
Yep. People that need BG. Yeah, people that need BGP just send an email to Network app and get them set up for you when you connect. So happy. And teach some of the network people or the people that don't know on the network team how to add BGP on EdgeOS.
Where's it
Edge
from there down south? What's next southern project from there?
Shadow, I think.
Shido, I think we
Fix
need,
some
we need to
Shido.
rebuild Shido to fill in that hole that doesn't have sector coverage. And then let's get I would like to get another backbone down here somewhere to try and keep getting down, or even across to that site on the hill,
No, Celix Hill.
Selix Hill, yeah. So we'd like to start pushing down that way,
Let's get to Normanville.
Normanville.
That's your
We're close.
long-term goal. You might be close from there, but there's a huge
We'll just
hill.
hit up SLS,
Could we go over the water?
There's a massive hill all the way
yeah,
through there.
difficulty.
If you can get in, you're doing well.
Should be able to do more, should be able to point miles there.
Sweet.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you, Justin.
I have nothing else to report.
Nothing else has happened. Network land.
2 builds in a month.
Yeah,
We
2 builds in 2 weeks.
Adelaide Airport.
Yeah.
Is there any pictures?
No. Oh, I don't think anyone
Should we chat about it?
Yeah, busy boys.
You want it? It's your site.
No, it's not my stuff. No, there's no.
Not allowed?
No, there's not.
Sorry,
Is it on the map there?
Possibly.
Yeah, with no lines. It's got a line to West Beach.
So
I can't believe that link.
some more network updates. This is a new site in the Adelaide Airport, one of the hangars that has gone up, thanks to a few members.
That's
And this has actually given us a few fairly key backbones, south-west through the city, etc., which we didn't have before. And in conjunction with LCC North Adelaide, we're up there, we're able to actually link LCC North Adelaide to Adelaide Airport, which is already linked to SLS West Beach and Cement Hill.
No.
Highgate.
The
Highgate.
airport's going to pass Highgate. and West.
Okay. So yeah, airport gives another route for Pasadena through to Highgate, down to West Beach, and it's now linked into LCC North Adelaide, which this doesn't have the lines for yet, which gives us a few quite different paths around the place. North Adelaide is connected to LHI Glynde, back up through there. So it's possible we could actually partially lose Highgate and get almost all the way around again with this site. So that's quite a neat little achievement. The links aren't too bad out there. The one into North Adelaide is, I think, 30 megabit symmetrical or thereabout. And that's about as bad as it gets. All the other links are shorter, faster, better signal strengths. There's a sector.
The link to West Beach, 57, it's 130.
Yep, so airport to West Beach is 100 megabit.
There's a north-east facing sector.
So northeast.
Which has got a couple of points on it, Pratsy.
Did you put USB in? So yeah, for the people who can see west, they may be able to connect into that as a sector if they can't see much else.
The big challenges in there are that even though you're on top of the hangar and partway up the towing mast, they're in the airport's development plan means that we lose the links to pass on that.
Yeah, there'll be some other big buildings that pop up,
Yeah.
but for now it gives us a few
But
more.
yeah, anyway,
paths in and out.
it's been up for a month. It's already had a few links changed and stuff. So.
Had some gear failures already.
They put all three building plates.
Yeah, that'll be alright.
Just put a couple of windows there.
Yeah.
We should get priority, most definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's with the SLS West Beach that's gone in. There's a bit of development through that sort of area to give a few more hotspots of connectivity for some of the people who are out here in the west. Because as we know, the west being very flat is very difficult to penetrate, so we need a lot more localised sectors and access points. So getting a few more of these spots that are on slightly higher buildings to give some more local coverage is fantastic. So yeah, thanks to the guys there for putting in the effort and getting that up and running. Still need a few more things out sort of North Haven way, but that'll all come in time as we keep on growing and expanding. So that's quite cool. I think that's about it that's really happened in the last month. The hive of activity is picking up again because we're getting longer days, daylight saving, summertime, not as much rain. So like normal, our busiest period is across Christmas period. So when Estrum goes quiet management-wise, all the little minions go out and play. So it's a funny balance, but that's the way it is. So that's quite cool. And I don't know there's any big projects coming up on the cards yet.
We haven't had a network meeting since.
Yeah, so
Network meetings next week.
nothing big planned for the next month or so at this stage. There's been lots and lots of stuff that's happened on a lot of sites, so we're at quite a stable point now. We need people to go out there and start building clients and getting people connected because there's lots of access points around, so that's good. Cool, do we end up approving that AGM invite that Troy made? Do you think you can find a copy that he put in our, just so we've got something, because all the information was correct?
Just so you can find it.
If not, we can approve right now.
Was it in our chat?
I think so, yeah, I think he dumped it in there.
It's in the committee chat.
AGM is coming up 14th of November at the Hackney Hotel. It's our annual general meeting as well as sort of big get-together thing. We've held it here at the gym at Parkside a few times. We've had it over at whatever the pub was for our 10th year anniversary. Aqaba, yep. So this year we figured we'd go to the Hackney Hotel. We've booked out a room there. We'll have presentations. We've got TVs, everything else, and tables that everyone can sit down, go through all the standard procedures, re-electing committees, etc., and then stay to have dinner. They'll reset the room up for us, and then people can order at the bar for dinner and drinks, etc., to hang out for the rest of the night and just catch up and sort of have our Christmas break up per se from a community perspective. People will still be doing stuff, so I encourage you to come along to that from 4 o'clock, assuming I got the number right, for the official stuff, and then we should be done by about 6 o'clock for dinner onwards. So very much encourage you to come along to both. Yeah, you can bring partners and stuff as well if you wish. It's more of a festive thing than official. You need to be an Estrum member to vote for the committee. The nominations have closed for committee positions. We're just waiting for people to accept their nominations. And we think we've got, ta-da, This was supposed to have gotten sent out, but apparently I don't think it has just yet. So there is a link on our website. So yeah, 4 o'clock, 14th of November. Come along. We'll be doing video bits and pieces as well. So if you're in Western Australia or something and you have a little bit of an excuse that you can't drive the 4,000 Ks, then you can tune in. But we won't be able to share a drink with you, unfortunately. So yeah, please put that in your diaries. We'll send a couple of emails out. And end of this week, or
31st.
Sunday.
31st, we will have the nominations closed for all the committee members, so they will actually be published then for everyone who's put themselves up to be on the committee, so you'll be able to read through their bios, etc. Postal or email votes, as they are now, will open shortly after that for the people who are unable to attend on the day, and all the other voting will happen at the AGM. So we will yeah, have our current committee step down and re-vote for the 2016 committee. So yeah, we should get that sent out this week so people actually have an official invite. So yeah, that's the AGM stuff. So on to the diner dishes, I guess. Put together a slideshow of some pictures. As a lot of you, as I was eating dinner tonight, as a lot of you know, we use a lot of Ubiquiti gear across our network. We used to use a lot of MikroTik hardware, and Ubiquiti came out with a lot of fantastic integrated products that were slightly cheaper and better performing than a lot of the MikroTik hardware. So we just gradually shied away from MikroTik hardware for wireless gear, just due to natural, economics. We used a lot of their routing gear and still do, but MikroTik have been coming out with a lot more wireless gear lately, so we thought we would contact Duxtel. It's one of the suppliers that people can get some forms of discounts with, to see if they would actually help us try some of the new AC gear that MikroTik have got. Because we tried some of the N gear. We used to use stuff with PCM, CIA cards and pigtails and everything a long time ago, but haven't tried much of their integrated hardware. So we managed to secure a couple of these units, which I've got one sitting next to me here, and people can have a look at it, and I'll just go and grab the other one here. And in my standard fashion, anything that gets handed to me, I promptly rip apart, take all screws apart so I can see what's going on the inside. So a lot of the gallery photos you'll see of any of the hardware we've got, I've disassembled it straight away, pulled it apart to have a look, see how the thing goes together, because it's not much fun just putting it on a pole and not knowing what's there. So basically this is the inside of a diner dish, very shiny and special looking, but the radome doesn't typically come off. There's 9-10 screws there. It's designed to be left on there, or your Ethernet ports, etc. at the back. But basically it's got a little panel antenna in there with a sub-reflector. There you go, there's 8 screws. Just got an update. Little sub-reflector which then reflects that all onto here. The reason I pulled it apart as well is the back of this is plastic, and so is the front, so I was concerned as to how the reflection was actually going to work, because plastic is transparent to radio waves, so that was going to be a bit dumb if the back was completely transparent and it was going to be not much use as a reflector. So they've got this alloy type film foil coating in here to help that work, and all the radio components are on the inside there. So we've done some little preliminary testing, but basically it's going to be handed over to the network team to try and find some sites for it and put it out. Interesting to see some of the newer features of Router OS with the 802.11 AC gear and a lot of the newer wireless options, because again we haven't used much of it with the wireless. We use the routing side but never anything in the wireless tab, so there you go, bit of an image. And so I can pass this around, just have to be careful this little red seal here falls out if you tip it up the wrong way. So yeah, it'd be exciting to see how well these perform. They're a little bit more costly than the Ubiquiti equivalents, but at the end of the day, if we can get better performance and these offer a few more routing options, then possibly it's going to be a better option. But horses for courses. So we did a bit of a little test setup, just to see how they mount, how they go, connecting, make sure they actually work before we start throwing them around the place. And you can see the rough equivalent size to the Ubiquiti NanoBeam 25. So they're just slightly bigger. These are 23 dB
They're actually
in
25.
gain. Sorry?
They're 25.
Are they
It
25
was
now?
a publishing mistake.
Okay, they are 25. So that's why they look exactly the same size as the
Yeah.
Ubiquiti 25.
Yeah.
Sorry, the PDF I got was 23 dB.
They fixed it like a couple of days ago.
Okay,
because I was
cool.
hunting for the same thing. It was like, no,
Yeah.
they're actually 25.
That explains the size. So yeah, it's a good sort of client type size that we use. You can go the bigger 620s, etc., but they're just far too big for someone's house roof, etc. So yeah, good to see, good to try. We'll see. Oops, Dave. Got it. We'll see how they go, and thanks to Duxtel for helping us out so we can do some more testing, because we're always interested to see what all the other competitors type hardware will do. There's many other brands of equipment that do wireless infrastructure, but they're all $1,000 plus, so as a club we're really not interested in them when we could be getting a lot of these hardware for $100 or $200 that are going to give us, you know, enough performance. We could spend $10,000 on some carrier grade equipment to give ourselves gigabit links, but then Estrim wouldn't have any money left and we'd have one amazing link. Kind of defeats the purpose. So
Is this
yeah,
the last slide?
probably. I didn't put an end slide. Yep, that'll be the last one. The bracket has the, as you can just see, whoops, it's gone and closed it.
Whoa.
Can we hire a new PowerPoint operator? The alignment degrees on the bracket, like the Ubiquiti gear does, so that's nice to see. Some of the older MikroTik gear didn't, so you can more easily get it aligned to a flat 0 if you're going for a standard point-to-point link, or you know, if you're at the bottom of the hill and need to point straight up, so that's good. One U-bolt. It has a captive bracket, so that bracket can't actually fall off, which is kind of nice, where the others they do fall off. So all you're playing with is the one U-bolt when you slide that on, so that's quite a nice feature. Something that potentially Ubiquiti could look at adding, because you never have to actually take that bracket off, so it may as well stay clipped into the device. So yeah, we'll have those available over there so you can check them out, see what they are about, and have a look at the one mounted on the pole. I'm sure you've all seen something mounted to a pole before, but have a look. And yeah, we'll keep you updated. I'm handing it to the network team tonight, so I don't know when they're going to look at working out what's what. But
We're having a meeting on Thursday, so.
there you go. They'll meet Thursday to plan to do something in the future, to write a document about something, to get it happening. So we'll keep you posted on all of that. What else was on our little agenda? I think that was more or less it, aside from our door prize, which we'll do after the stream is finished. We've covered AGM. I think we've still got some stickers in there if people need more stickers.
Stickers, yeah. And drinks.
Cool. They go really well on ISA beams, flat. So,
We didn't put any on.
ah,
Who's going to see them?
the birds. Yeah, well, that's kind of it. So, unless there's any other questions relating to what we've just covered from anybody, sites, equipment, hardware, AGM. You're all coming to the AGM, I assume? Far too silent.
Yes,
I'm
we'll be there.
Justo will be there, okay? On his own. So, yeah, thanks for coming. We'll do the door prize now. There's some drinks, I believe, and bits and pieces over here. Chat to all the guys if you have any questions. We can put the map back up on the screen, and we will see you at the AGM, which will be our next gathering and final gathering for the year. Cool. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.